Hello everyone, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy. In today's video we're going to be discussing why are fuel prices so darn expensive. So right now, if you've been living in this age that we call 2022, a lot of things have happened in the world. And one of the things that we're going to be talking about that affects almost everybody who drives is going to be fuel prices. So the thing with fuel prices are they have been going up, both for diesel and for fuel. Depending on what part of the country that you're listening to, that means that it could be vary. I've heard as high as $6 or $7 a gallon in some parts of the country. Right here in New Jersey, you're around $4 to $5 a gallon, depending on when you watch this video, right? So what does that actually happen? Well, first let's kind of discuss why the prices are going up so much. So one thing is going to be has to do with supply and demand, right? So there's always a steady demand for fuel. You're going to need to go to work every single day, which means you're always going to have to make sure that you have fuel inside your vehicles, right? If you're a CDL driver, that's what we do here at Driving Academy to help people get on the road to freedom. Then you're going to need to put a lot of fuel inside your tractor trailers to make sure that there's always things moving inside your truck, because you can only get paid when those tires are moving, right? And then there's supply, right? So there's a whole bunch of things happening in the world, Russia and Ukraine being one of the issues there. And for instance, the supply coming in from Russia has been cut off by many different countries because they don't want to be funding Russia for that fuel itself. Also, it has to do with the politics itself. So for instance, one reason why the supply is down is that the current administration has cut off any new pipeline drillings or any new reasons to actually create oil inside this country. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle that's on. I'm not making an opinion, I'm just stating facts. Which means that we have actually enough fuel here, enough oil I should say, on this country alone to be self-sufficient. And we can actually create so much where we can actually export it out to different countries itself, which means that we don't have to really worry about all these prices going up and down. But the one thing that most people aren't talking about is, when you talk about all the current refineries that we have now, say that they're at 100%, which means if they're at 100%, it's time to build out more refineries and increase your capacity. But if the government is now saying, hey, by 2030 there's going to be no more, all cars and all vehicles moving forward should be electric, I'm not sure if that's actually going to happen or not, but if that's where the push is happening, why should a company invest millions and billions of dollars to create a new refinery to create more capacity to increase the supply just for them to be phased out in the future, right? So it doesn't really make sense for them economically, because at the end of the day, every business is here to make a profit. So if you really look at it from the overall picture, it's going to be very difficult to see when our price is actually going to start to drop. So there's a few things that can happen. If you just keep it simple, prices will drop either when the demand drops down, right? And I don't really see that happening unless the price gets so high where it stops people from actually traveling extra, maybe on the weekends or summertime, whatever it is. Or if the supply increases. So if we start making different deals with different parts of the world, bringing in different oil, that's okay. There are parts of Europe that are a lot worse off. For instance, my grandparents, they're in Portugal, and they actually do it by the liter. So on average, there's about 4 liters inside of a gallon. And when you actually do the calculations, you're talking about almost $8 to $10 a gallon when it comes to fueling up your gas in Portugal specifically. So yes, we have very high gas prices. Other places have much higher gas prices than us, and hopefully we don't get to that level, right? So, but what does that actually mean for the trucking world itself? That means with this gas prices, transportation costs are going to increase, which means that cost is then going to get pushed back to the provider, which is going to be your consumer. So for instance, if you're going to the grocery stores and you see prices starting to increase, it has to do with gases, the gas prices. So the gas price is that one thing that really affects many different parts of the economy, which means that everything that is needed to transport in a truck, that means that it's going to go up, because now they're going to start charging fuel charges on top of everything. Here at the driving school, we're going to try to make sure that our pricing is in place, but if the fuel does keep going up, we've seen almost double within this past year, which is kind of crazy. But we're going to try to keep our prices wherever they are, because we want to make sure that it is affordable for anybody to come in. However, if it keeps going up, prices will continue to rise. So if you want to save yourself from any of those price fluctuations, the best thing to do is to come on in for a school tour. So then you can actually learn how we can actually get you that CDL license. We'll show you how we can guarantee that we get you that license. And if you sign up with a certain contract price, that means that we're not going to charge you anything extra if a fuel charge price does come up in the future, right? So if you do want to get that secure pricing before prices do go up, I want you to give our team a call at 908-525-3609 or check out our virtual school tour at cdldrivingacademy.com. Again, that's cdldrivingacademy.com. We're here to help you out around the entire country, and we actually are one of the best truck driving schools in the country, and not one of the best, we are the best, right? Because we can actually guarantee that you walk away with your license by giving you the training and getting you ready for the CDL road test. So one more time, if you are interested, give us a call at 908-525-3609 or check out our website at cdldrivingacademy.com. Thanks. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel. It's really going to help us out. Click on that button. And if you want to continue yourself on your road to freedom, here's more videos to watch. There's endless amounts. Hopefully we get to see each other one day very soon. Thanks.